So hello and welcome to the Dharma Life podcast. I'm your host Aloise Middleton, and today I have with me a lady who's very much done her Dharma for a very long time. Her mess is her message. Sandra Crathern, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. What a privilege to be here. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
No, not at all. Well, would you be kind enough to explain why your mess was your message, Sandra, to our audience, and what it is you do now?
Well, I was a registered nurse for I don't know, 40 years. I was a morbidly obese, smoking, drinking, stressed nurse, telling everybody what to do. Didn't do any of it myself. Drink water, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I then saw a life coach, complete accident, actually, and realised that I was a bit of a hypocrite. And I don't want to call myself names, but you know, if you're actually giving out a message of radical self-care to people, you need to really sort of be practicing yourself. So I saw a life coach, and it really transformed my life, not overnight. But it, I stopped smoking, I stopped drinking, I got some help with my weight, got some support, 12 recovery program to help me with that. And then decided I'd like to retrain. So I retrained 18, 19 years ago. I was still nursing at the same time. I realised health coaching was something I really wanted to specialise in because I'd done my own work. And I wrote a book about it. I was so in love with it called Know the Truth, which I self-published the book. And I have now been working my way through various projects over the years. I've gone on cruise ships, guest speaker, done talks on 6 cruises about health and well-being, and it feels like it's a calling for me, Aloise. And like you said, your message. That's exactly what happened to me. So I lived that sort of double life, and now I feel like I can really. What's the word? I have real empathy for people, can really relate because I've been there a bit, when people say what's right for you, blah, 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 blah. So that's my passion now, and I do talks and centres, go to health spas, do one-on-one, do public speaking, whatever I can have the opportunity to talk about. You could wake me up in the middle of the night and say, can you talk to me about it? And I just, I'm naturally be a bit grumpy in the morning, but I just, it's my passion. I think it's more than a passion, it's a calling, because it's not about money for me. It's about making a difference. I want to make a difference. I had tears in my eyes the other day. I offered someone a free coach, and so she said, "Oh, I never have lunch," and it upset me that she wouldn't make time just to look after her body and nurture it. And when she saw tears in my eyes, tears in her eyes, it's really interesting that synergy that happens when your heart sort of touches someone else's. So yeah, it's never been a money driver. It's been about making a difference for me.
And what would you say to people listening that are wanting to make a change? Because obviously what you've done is you have taken your pain and turned it into purpose. And if someone's listening to this, because the Dharma Life podcast is all about people wanting to do their Dharma, wanting to step into their purpose, what would you say to somebody who is wanting to step into their purpose but not really knowing where to start?
I think first of all, it's just about making a bit of space. Just a bit of space for what you really want. I think people's stuff goes round and in their heads. Take 5 minutes. I've meditated every day for half an hour for the last 20 years. Allow yourself some space to just stop and ask yourself, what do I want? Action. 1 ounce of action is greater than 1 ton of theory. I can have all the books, all the knowledge. I have to do something. But I guess really coupled with making time to find out and ask yourself what do you really want, what would really fulfill you, is when you do make choices to do small tiny actions. I do 4 times a week yoga, meditate and go in a cold pod every day. I do tons of stuff. It didn't start like that. I had to stop, have a look what I wanted. This is where I'm at. I mean, I've created a tool called a health tool that looks at balance for people. And you just put scores of 0 to 10. I mean, people don't have to work with my tool. You know yourself if you don't have enough fun, or you don't love where you live, or you're not happy in your relationship. What's your priority right now that's important that you want to change?
The baby steps.
Yeah, because people often look at all of it. Clients come to me and say, well, I need to stop my marriage. I'm working too many hours. The kids. I'm like, okay. And then they get overwhelmed, and guess what? Then they don't do anything. So how would it be to stop, give yourself some space, and go for a beautiful walk in nature. Sit down somewhere quietly on your own. No noise, no nothing. A pen and a paper and say, what do I really want? What's in my life that I would rather not be there, or I'd like to improve or change somehow. And then start from there. Maybe get some support. Yeah. Coaching, counselling, there's lots of things. You do wonderful group sessions for people. We have to get to know ourselves, don't we? Know thyself. Didn't Socrates say something like that?
Absolutely. And I think I've done this long enough to see when I interview people or when I coach people to know that usually then they come some type of traumatic event or come through some type of difficult situation. And there's learning and there's wisdom in that. And that learning and that wisdom can then go on to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have been I know had a difficult period in life. And on this podcast we talk about doing your Dharma. We also talk about how to break through, how we can also come through difficult periods in life. Life goes up and down. It's not just consistent. Unfortunately, we have life, death. We have people that we lose in unfortunately in our lives. It's a difficult period. And you've just come through a period like that, and you said you're still in a period like that. Can you sort of just describe to me what the breakdown you've had in the last year or so?
Well, 10 months ago, my husband was diagnosed with a brain tumour. I've been with this since I was 18 and I'm 65 now. And he was healthy and well, playing golf, retired. He was in a great space. We were in an amazing space in our relationship. We had a lot of issues, actually, which also I touch on in the book. Not really. I don't go into details about that, but we had major marriage issues, which we transformed into quite a magical marriage in the end. And he then died on Boxing Day, on my mum's 91st birthday, and she was actually, I was told she was dying at the same time. So although my husband died at home, my aunt with me because of my nursing background, it was probably the most distressing, traumatic time. I mean, I've had a few children, you know. 10 years ago, my son was in a coma in a kite surfing accident. In South Africa. So we had my brother was found dead in the hallway. We've had everyone has their life, like you said, life stuff that happened, but this was like nothing I could possibly have imagined. It was the most living hell at one time, and still at moments it's very distressing. But there are moments I'm very careful about my language because I think there can be a big drama language. I've had a terrible day. Is that really the truth? Was it all day? And then when I start to look at my language and how I process things, I can be much more compassionate to myself and realistic about working through it. It's been really tough beyond anything I could have imagined.
Yeah, and I think as we said, you do have tough periods, and I think we're very wise to watch how you label things because I think we can exasperate things through our language. You can make things feel worse. We can dramatize, but having lost a husband is a very difficult thing to go through. What would you advise? Would you have for somebody going through grief? Like you and I were discussing before we come on the podcast. I just lost my father and my uncle, and you've lost your husband, and it is difficult because the tendency, it comes in waves. I find anyway.
I think get as much help as humanly possible and talk about your feelings. You know, I've got to go for a test tomorrow for the doctor who just randomly rang me and said, "Oh, you've done this test. I need you to come in to talk to you about one of them." I said, "Can we not talk on the phone?" No. So you can imagine where my mind can project to. So I happen to be telling one of my sons, and lots of people say, don't tell them. I think it's really important to share stuff, but also not in a way where I'm a victim and I'm going to top myself. You know, we've got two suicides in our family. We're at high risk. Both sides of our family were suicides. My father-in-law committed suicide, and my grandfather committed suicide. So we're really open about emotions, and I honestly didn't think I'd be able to live without my husband, if I'm honest. And so I talk to my children from a quite a grounded place. In fact, someone said to one of my sons the other day, how's your mum? You worried about her own mum's dying, her husband's just died. Are you worried about her? He went, no. I was a bit gutted. I was hoping he'd say, well, yeah. He said, no, because my mum really does know how to communicate what's going on for her. You know, when I rang my son, he said, how do you feel? I said, I'm a bit worried, actually. But, and there are times when I might bring one of my sons and I might be wailing. But I've explained to them that might happen because I don't want to just pretend everything's okay. There are many times of the day where it is okay. I've had a great day today. I've been with my grandson to school and had fun and laughed and and then there might be a moment when I'm sitting with my mum who's dying now, so reliving another what I had last year, and I might just feel this overwhelming surge of emotions and just cry. It's okay, get as much help as you can, and allow yourself to let it come. Don't apologise for it. I don't say sorry anymore when I cry. What do I need to say sorry?
So basically making sure you're processing emotions.
Yeah.
Not stuffing them back down.
No.
I think that's the tendency, isn't it, to try and ignore them and push them back down when they come up. But what you're saying is very much should speak freely about our feelings and our emotions and what's going on for us. So you're having counselling.
I've had counselling for the first. I didn't start for a little while. I think it started about a couple of months after Gary died. And I'm having art therapy now, which has been amazing, really amazing. I've really been able to. I didn't think art therapy was about. It's really pinpointed things for me that help me to process. I think I said I'm building a volcano, which sounds hilarious. And it's really beautiful while I'm making it and painting it and making a little roller coaster that goes around it, because the emotions can be so up and down. I'm all right. Pardon?
Skelter.
Yes, and it's got a little card that we made. It's a tiny little card that's going to go on it, and it's beautiful and yet painful to do.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said to you earlier, what you bury in the garden has a habit of coming up on the front lawn. I think people's issues why they don't do is feel very vulnerable. When I burst into tears, it's almost like standing there naked, and someone can see who I am. When I'm wailing and sobbing in my hands, and people want to fix you. People don't like to see people distressed. We want to help people. Whereas what my kids I've trained them to do, and friends and other people, just let me do it. Let me do what I need. Be there, hold my hand, and be there, and then it will pass. It's quite extraordinary when you face it head on, as hard as it is. I mean, last night I was just watching this program, and all of a sudden I thought, bloody hell, this is awful. I'm not looking forward to it when it comes. I tell you, this isn't a pleasure, but I let it come, and I just cried. And then all of a sudden, I felt a bit better.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about crying. It's a release, isn't it? And it does effectively. You might feel bad at the time when you're doing it, but afterwards you feel much lighter. And I think it works on our emotional vibrations. So it enables us to release the emotion and then go up the scale. And so kind of all that kind of negativity that we're holding can be released through crying. And then it helps us go back to an equilibrium where we're in balance.
Yeah.
So as much as
helpful. I think the support. I'm in a 12-step program. I've got people bring 24 hours a day all over the world. As much support as you can. I mean, very distressing seeing my mum. She had a broken hip. She's got leg ulcers. 1 minute they say she's going to die. Yesterday I went in her. She couldn't even open her eyes. They were so sticky. I had to clean them. It's not nice. It's distressing. And I go in there and I do a bit of EFT on myself before I go in, tapping technique, emotional freedom technique, anything. I pray before I go in. I ground myself, I breathe, and I take one day at a time, really.
Yeah, I think taking one day at a time is very good advice, isn't it? Because grief can come in waves, and it can hit us when we least expect it. I find music is a real trigger for me. When I listen to certain music
it's really not. I remember I went to this funny story because there has to be humour somewhere. And I went to this care home that my mum's in, and they have to lock everything up. She's got Alzheimer's and she's confused and blah blah blah. I went to the gate to open the gate to get into the garden. I turned around and said to my son, "Can you ask what the code is?" And he turned around and he said 1981, and I burst into tears. And he was like, "Oh God, what happened?" He said, "What's the day me and Dad got married? That was the year we got married." And then he just came and gave me a big hug. I mean, it was a number. Well, it was 1981. So we had a little hug. I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "It's just..." And certain records, I mean, I have to be really mindful of what I listen to. But when they come up, 47 years nearly with someone sort of your whole life, a whole lifetime with someone, isn't it? So.
How are you adjusting? Because obviously it must be more difficult because I couldn't imagine not being with my husband on a daily basis. How do you go from being with somebody to not being? Sorry, I'm getting emotional now.
Bless you. Well, I think because he retired as well, it was worse almost in a way. It wasn't like he was at work all day. And we were a bit touchy-feely. We were a very kinesthetic couple. We had massive marriage 35 years ago. We were going to get divorced. And we worked all that counselling, blah, blah. We really don't sweat the small stuff in marriage. It was really brilliant. We'd have all our meals together. We'd go out for coffee. He'd bring us to go swimming. He'd go, when I get back from golf. So we were really close. I think my hardest bit is physical human contact. I'm a people person. So if I can get any human to cuddle me, I'm on them. Obviously with permission. Like my kids, one of my boys this morning came and he gave me a few cuddles, and can you just hold me close a bit more for a minute? So I go to bed really early. So I'm up in bed at the moment. Almost want to say don't tell anyone, but whoever's listening.
If you know.
I'm up in bed normally straight after dinner. I've got a four-bedroom massive detached house. I don't want to be downstairs. So I put my double electric blanket on and I have my dinner and I'm normally up in bed by 7.
Wow, that's really nice.
And I sit and I watch something or a plan. I've got a to-do list of what I want to do tomorrow. Watch something, listen to a podcast or whatever, and I really like that time. And I normally asleep by about 9ish, 9:30. I get up at 5, so I'm not. I have to say I'm not doing very well on the going out stuff much in the evening. In the day, I do networking events still because of my staff. I do public speaking. I've done a few quite nice bits of work for an accountant where I talked about vulnerability, how to spot vulnerability in a client and in colleagues, which is quite interesting because obviously I was just on the end about 5 months after Gary died. It's quite a big deal, that project. So I'm just stepping out there. But for example, a friend said to me yesterday, we're going out for a drink on Friday. I used to be a phlebotomist, take blood at the hospital. We'd love you to come, and I'm still a little bit like I don't want to. Because I find that quite difficult. Because Gary, I never really went out much in the evening without Gary.
Right.
I did do stuff, but I've lived on my own in my life.
So
I'm learning, and I'm still very vulnerable. I'm still a little bit cautious. I do a lot in the daytime. So I visit and I do coaching or see people or see my kids or go for a walk. I go to cinema every Monday, which I've been doing for about 15 years, which I love doing. Sometimes a friend comes with me, I love lunch out with someone, or working on my business a bit. But yes, I'm still quite vulnerable, and I'm ready to. I did go to an other party about 5 months after, which was within a networking group of people that I knew, and that was a slight disaster. I mean, I danced a bit, but every record was music that me and Gary met on. So I was crying and going out to the toilet, and then I was trying to get it together a bit. But yeah, I'm still a bit vulnerable, so I don't think I'll be doing. Unless I really know the people, like a networking group that I know quite well.
Yeah.
I can't see myself doing a lot this year. And also my mum is pretty much dying as well. So I'm going there most days to see her. I feel like I'm reliving last year again, really.
Strong woman, Sandra. I've always thought that you've come through a lot. You said you've had difficult patches in life. But you've got support around you, haven't you? So I think that's a key thing for people listening, to try and get as much support as they can.
Yeah. But I think for me, I think it's I really want to make a difference, and I want to. I've just started doing this bright and latest television. It's I think I get 1 minute every week. I'm their health and wellbeing expert, and they fire questions at me. A couple of questions, and I've got 1 minute, and then they put it on before the news every other day or something. I've never even seen it actually. I don't think I know anyone who watches bright and latest television, but anyway, it's on there. And I don't get paid. I give the lady lunch. She comes over to filming at my house because I don't travel all the way there. But do you know what? My heart feels so blessed just to be able to talk about it. You know, I had a kidney infection, and I went to the doctor, and he said, "Do you drink enough water?" I said, "I haven't got time to drink water." I actually said that to him. People know me because of this. I'm renowned for this crayon bag, which is all about making time for your health.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't make time for my health, I have to make time for my illness. My husband was dying. My brother-in-law, we negotiated a plan where he came to stay with me 3 days a week so I could go to yoga. Because I was so looking after Gary. But if you don't look after you, I ate really clean, I drank plenty of water, I went to bed as early as I could, and my brother-in-law would just be with my husband, take him out of the wheelchair, or go out for a walk when he was more mobile, or he'd go and play cards in the pub just for an hour or so I could look after me. My priority is my health, and then I'm available for you.
That's very profound in itself, because I think a lot of people who do caring work tend to do the opposite way around. They give too much, and then they lose track of that.
And then their mood swings go up and down. Oh, I can't be bothered to have a bath, can't be bothered to eat that. You know, my children, when my son was in a coma in South Africa, it was all on the news, and they did an interview for both of us. They did some little programme about it, and they were interviewing us, and they said to Lewis, how come you came out of this coma? I mean, it was an induced coma, so they brought him out of it. And he was in the semi-final of the World's Kite Surfing, blah, blah, blah. And he said, because I practice a lot of real radical self-care. That's why I think. And I was like, well, I didn't even expect. I said, they do what you like. If they drink or smoke, they don't. But if they do, I said, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I know for me. And if I really know myself, I have to know myself. I know I'm not good at night. If you said to me, Aloise, could you have a coaching session at 8 o'clock tonight, I'd say no. I'm no good. If you said 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm on it.
Yeah, sure.
I know I'm not very good at these.
Absolutely. Sandra, thank you so much. So how can people work with you? How can people find you?
Well, I have a website, www.innervision.co.uk, and Innervision spelled double N-A, I-double-N-A-V-I-S-I-O, innervision.co.uk. I always talk to people. My dream is to do a real proper television program about self-care and practicing it, and how can we do that, how to do it. Because most people tell you I haven't got enough time for a health coach, or I haven't got enough money, or both. So I want to talk to people more about the benefits, because there's so much research now. I mean, it's just I'm really blessed to be who I am today, because I think people start to really sit up and realise, particularly in companies about if you look after your staff, if they feel loved and respected. Add two words I would take out of the English dictionary would be diet and exercise, and replace them with movement and nourishment. Let's nourish our bodies, move our bodies, and the emotional. Don't block our emotions. Just allow ourselves to talk about how we feel, what's going on. Because how do people understand you if you don't say what's going on for you?
No, it's true. It's very true. So people can find you through your website, and then come and do one-to-one work with you.
Yeah, I always like to meet someone, ideally face-to-face or talk to them, because my reputation is more important than your money. And I'd rather it be a lovely snug fit with someone, and they really feel they want to work with me. But I do, like I said, public speaking events I love doing. I come into companies and talk about stress and resilience, the health tool that I've created is very simple. People just put scores of 0 to 10 out. It's really easy. And another thing I think is to practice this. I don't know if you can see this word. Is it round the right way?
It's round the right way.
Gratitude. I've got a rich friend of mine who sent me this beautiful, very expensive handbag, and this was in a card. It's all done in little paper, and I think the one thing that really helps our well-being is practicing gratitude. I had 47 years with this amazing person who taught me so much, and I feel really blessed. I'm really healthy and well. I've got a lovely family. I think I have to. I would also suggest to people find something each day that you can be grateful for, because shit happens, doesn't it?
I think it happens more than we realise, and I think life has a way of Instagram and Facebook and kind of everything looking hunky-dory and rosy, and actually life does go up and down. It isn't all hunky dory.
So I feel very blessed to have had that lovely partner. And next year I'd like to sell my house because it's too big. I need to obviously be there for my mum right now. And I get a lot of support, and I'm very blessed. People are very kind to me. I'm very lucky to have the life I have. And it sucks sometimes, and I'm still working my navigating, that's a word that's used a lot, isn't it? I'm navigating my way through living on my own and being on my own. But if I can make a difference in the world, then that's got to be, as you do. What a beautiful thing to live your Dharma.
And what would you say to somebody, just last question, what would you say to somebody who's struggling to get through their breakdown, whether it be grief or an issue they've had, problem, they're stuck in that? How do you shift yourself through that into gratitude? Because it can be difficult to find things you're grateful for when you're in a difficult position.
I think I've got something that I use the three A's. Acknowledge how you feel. Have some compassion for yourself. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Write it down, talk about it, communicate it. Feel it in your body. Work with a coach, do some somatic coaching, whatever it is, about getting in touch with yourself. Acknowledge it. The second one is accept it. Whatever I do, I can scream and it's not fair and life sucks. But the reality is, Garrett, Gary's not here with me anymore. And I really miss him. And then the third day is action. What choices have I got? And sometimes it might be just going up a bath and go for a walk. Be kind to yourself. If you don't feel like doing something, be kind to yourself. I think self-compassion is we're all so lovely and compassionate to other people. How often when we haven't done something, instead of beat ourselves up, say, actually, it's not been a great day to have an early night bath. So I think self-compassion, but those three A's help me. Acknowledge how I feel. Really truly acknowledge it, accept how I'm feeling, and then action. What choices have I got? And it might not be, like print my to-do list, which I do every single week. It might not be that as an action. It might be just have a longer bath and go out for coffee with a friend.
Sandra, that's really helpful advice. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom. I think you're a really fantastic example of someone doing their Dharma, but also somebody who is practically handling and dealing with difficult periods in life. Somebody you can turn to get advice from. So thank you. I really appreciate you coming on today.
Well, it's been a real privilege, and I thank you for the work you do, because together we can make a difference in this world.
We can indeed, absolutely. So hopefully, if anyone would like to get hold of Sandra, we'll have all her details in the show notes, so you can go and be coached by her. And we will see you next week with another guest on the Dharma.life podcast.
Thanks, Aloise.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much for listening to the Dharma Life podcast. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Please come over and say hello on my Instagram, our Facebook group, and also please let me know what you thought. So if you are listening, please take a screenshot of the podcast that you are listening to. Tag me on Instagram and I will reshare your post, and please let me know what it is that you got out of today's episode. Remember, when we do our Dharma, we are happier, healthier, we live longer, and we have a deep sense of unshakable inner peace.